Ferguson with Flowerstone Frame and Art Studio, and I'm here today with Brian Baity. He's going to be our featured local artist for the month of September. And this Friday night is his artist reception. We'd like to invite you to from 6:30 till 8:30 at Flowerstone Frame and Art Studio behind the scuba dive. It's on the north side of the building. So we would love for you to come. But as a sneak peek, we're going to give you an interview and some information about some of the artwork that he's showing this month. So Brian, thanks for being here.
Yeah, happy to do it.
And we have a few different things of Brian's showing this month. So we're going to start by talking about some of your photography.
Okay.
Your photography is just incredible. We're standing in front of one of the metal prints. How big is this?
54 inches across. I think just under 36 inches tall.
It's beautiful. Like, what do you feel like you get from printing them on metal that's different?
It's really dynamic because, well, first of all, a lot of these photos, like where the sky is the thing here, it's not limited by the frame. So your imagination allows you to like draw past. Does that make sense? So you can feel mentally, you can fill in the cliffs and the sky into a bigger picture.
I feel like the detail in here is just so clear, and that might not have to do with the print as much as the photo resolution. I'm not a photographer, but it's amazing. It's just so clear.
And one of the things I like about this is the finish that's on this, you can actually Windex it. So if you had a grandchild or somebody that came up and put their sucker on there or their ice cream, and you can actually just wash it off with some Windex.
Is it pretty protective too?
It is.
That's great.
And it hangs right on the wall, and it has a frame behind, so it lifts it like an inch off the wall, and it hangs flat to the wall.
Okay. So, and your pictures, was this one local? Is this Utah?
St. George.
St. George. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Your photography, especially in this show, is taken from a number of the places that you've been to around the world, but also a feature on Utah. People
Yes.
like to see photography of where we live. It's such a beautiful place.
Yes, I like hiking. I actually carry 40 pounds of gear when I hike, but otherwise, I wouldn't get shots like these animals here. So
okay, so let's pan just show a little bit. We're still hanging the show, so we don't have all of them here, but yeah, we have some.
So the top deer, real quick. This was Soldier Summit in January, and I was given a night visit in a cabin at the very summit, and I walked out into the kitchen, looked out the window, and saw this and a few other deer in that grove of trees. I had just woke up. I didn't want to miss the photo, so I ran and grabbed my long lens and was standing out there in my pajamas and barefooted. It was 2 degrees, and I didn't matter. I wanted to shot.
Dedication of an artist.
And then this one, this is Blood's Lake, and he was standing this is actually the trail that I was walking on, and he was standing in the trail eating, and I decided that with the size of that bull that he could eat as long as he wanted, and I would just wait. And luckily I got to take photographs, and then these twins were on the way to, Lake Solitude.
Okay.
Just hiding in the trees eating.
This is all the stuff we hope we'll see when we go on hikes,
Yeah.
but we don't.
Well, I leave at 6 in the morning.
If I see them, they run.
And then a little bit of world travel. This is New York, Central Park, and obviously Paris. But I'll have some shots from Bulgaria and other locations as well.
And what I love about having ones like this is these are places that a lot of people do travel to.
Right.
And some of the best clients I've had at the Frame Studio have been people who have traveled these places and want to remember being there. And so, coming in here and seeing a picture from a place you've been and loved that trip is, these are great souvenirs to remember travels by too. And then we also have some of your carvings. Now, if any of you came to our grand opening, Brian had some items in here at that. In a case, he had some of his carved ostrich and emu eggs and small gourds. And so we're not repeating those, but we're bringing in some more of his carvings. So these are all, you've got the gourd carvings.
Right, shuttle box version, and then the type that you would put on a shelf. And they're not really strong, so I wouldn't put like big heavy things in them, but they're great for potpourri.
And I love the turquoise and the inlay and stuff on them too.
It took me 2.5 years to figure out this technique because I don't use adhesives. They're mounted in mechanically only, which I don't know a single artist who does.
I think these are then this was something I hadn't seen until this show, and these are just really fun. Brian carves these little fairy houses.
There's cottonwood bark.
And each one is different. There's all different sizes. They're meant to hang on the wall, right?
Yes, or some will sit, but most of them are hanging.
I love this. So everything has a story. That's what we love about being in the art studio and in the frame shop, is that the things you bring me for framing have stories, and when you get to come to the artist reception, you get to hear the stories behind the art and talk to the artist about where they were, what was happening, what they were looking for, what they saw. I mean, this is going to be a really fun show. So we're hoping that if you can't make it to the show on Friday night, that you'll come to the studio sometime during September. Brian's work will be here all month. And it's all for sale.
Yes.
And he has great prices on these. You shouldn't miss it. If you want art for your home or your business, come down and take a look. So,
And if you don't see what you like, ask.
right.
Because I have about almost 5 terabyte worth of photographs from around the world.
Yeah, so a series of a certain place